The stage is yours.
Thank you. Hi, guys. My name is Ramon. I am the operations manager at Objective Solutions in Brazil, in Maringá, right? And we are here today to share with you our case which took a place in the Maringá, right? And this fast must flow is the best metaphor we found to describe the way we think about software development. So please raise your hand if you, before this presentation, already knew the meaning of this fast must flow, just for me to know. A lot of this is nice. Okay, so, well, we are on commercial scale track, right? So it was very natural to us to show the way we scale our team. Our team have about 80 people, right? And here's our timeline. This is a real chart with the real size. And we will walk you through this chart showing the problems we face is scaling our team, right? And so below the red line will be the problems, and above it the way we solve that problems. The period of time is the real ones also, right? So we start on December 1st, 2009, right? We start with this agile practice with daily Scrum, sprint, planning, poker, velocity, pair programming, task board, a physical task board to do it in the very traditional, moving people around, and a retrospective. Here's a photograph of our team. They were all very young and with a little experience, right? But they were all very intelligent and motivated, right? So we start with this guy. Just to know, everybody is familiar with this practice? Okay.
I think so.
So, yeah, when we use the pair programming thing, right? So
when
once
we
in a while we
people
change the
between the pair.
This we call the MPA, right?
Well, we are from the Objective Solution, a company from Brazil, and here we are talking about our branch in Maringá. Objective Solution is a company, I don't know exactly when, I think from 1990.
Yeah, 1995, the Objective was founded in 1995.
We are talking only about our branch in Maringá. Ramon and I, we work with Agile practices since the beginning of the movement, 2001, 2002. And one of the practices that we have no doubts is pair programming. We really believe in pair programming. But what we observed is that pair programming, unfortunately, doesn't scale.
Yeah, no.
And why? Because while we have some pairs working in a flow, we have some guys like this one. Do you know? He is the Han Solo because he wants always to run solo without making pair. And here, of course, we have also some pair sleeping and not pair programming. So why? Because we have different types of person. We have different seniority. And what to do? Well, we discovered that the key to make the pair flows was the keyboard rotation, the shifting between the rules between the navigator and the pilot for the keyboard. So we developed a small program only to remind the keyboard rotation. After some exactly minutes, we put a message in the screen saying keyboard rotation, and all of them
we established a rule, right? And every time that message pops up is on the desktop.
Sometimes we have also some problems with Han Solo, but okay.
Yeah. The second problem, we still have 70 people in our team. we call the sprint starvation. So we have been working with the legacy code since 1995. Our product was starting in 1995. And to have an idea of some numbers, we have more than 20,000 Java classes nowadays, more than 1,700 Oracle tables, right? Our build size is something about 1.4 gigabytes, and we build it in a daily basis, and we deliver it in a monthly basis. So back in 2009, it was very natural to us to set our sprint size to meet our product delivery schedule, right? So we define it as 1 month. The problem was that we have a lot of people working, and we used to develop something about 1,500 hours per month. And the problem was that we have to plan that hours, right? And Marcelo and I could barely deal with the day-to-day problems because our team was very immature, like we said before.
In fact, I think that we all, from the 2009 till today, I think that we had only 4 or 5 days planned.
Yeah. So this is the other problem. We could never see more than 2 days of work in our backlog. So for us as manager, it was very hard to deal with this. We had to learn how to deal with not seeing. We didn't know if we have work for our guys. Okay. So what we started to do in the first quarter was to use that idea, the continuous task flow. As the task was getting done, ready to develop, we just put on the backlog, and the developer was consuming just this. So we treat each task almost like a small sprint. So we solved our problem, and we start to deal better with the idea of not having a good backlog, a big backlog. Right?
At that time, we never heard about Kanban.
Yeah. So
what we said that we are working with Scrum without a sprint.
It's a very important thing to say. I forgot. Our team evolved to Kanban without realizing it. This was a very interesting thing. So one day we woke up and we said, "Oh, we are Kanban." And
we didn't plan to go to Kanban. We go naturally.
Yeah. So,
well, here we are in second quarter 2010 with let me see, 23 people. So 11 pairs, and the problem here is the confused coach. And why? Because there are a lot of pairs. In a non-mature team, the coach frequently helps only the same pair, because only
the ones who cry more.
Exactly. So what you do in a retrospective, some guy say, why we cannot use a flag to put on our workstation to say that we have in a problem, we are in a problem. So for this way, the coach code exactly helps who has a flag in the workstation. It's better because now we can take a visualization of our problem. But the second problem, the coach is only reacting. He's only helping who calling him. And we have also, we have still the Han Solo here, and he is very stubborn. Yeah, he tried without any help. And this is a big problem. For the last, we have also this combination pair that we call as suicide lemmings. Do you remember the game Lemmings?
The Lemmings?
Yeah.
I remember.
They are walking, They think that they are walking in a right way, but they are going to a cliff.
To a cliff, they will die. They think they
Without
are doing the
any
right
help.
thing, but they don't.
Our answer, we established a new rule called as the nurse around, and we simply put another flag, a yellow flag, and this means that the coach didn't pass any time during the day in the pair. So the coach needs to start the helps by the red flag, but he passed by all the pairs during the same day. Now we are acting and not only reacting.
Yeah, the main goal is to prevent this guy to die, just this, right? And the Parkinson's law effect. Who knows the Parkinson's law? Yeah, nice. So in his law, Parkinson's claims that the work expands so as to fill all the available time for its completion. And we have been observing this kind of behavior in software development all the time, right? For our team wasn't different. So imagine that you are a developer and you estimate 20 hours to do something. For example, change a color of a button in your screen. You will expend these 20 hours because you want to deliver a software with quality, right? You don't want to mess up with the project schedule. And you want to improve your code. So you expend all your time doing this.
And
But on the other hand, you have
exactly.
The deadlines when the customer asks you, I need this feature until that date, so you will do your best once again, and you probably will deliver the software. So what we observe is that doesn't matter the estimation. What matter was the deadline, and we have to go after the deadline, right? So what we did about this, since for us doesn't matter, we just nip in the bud. Here we are in the third quarter in 2010 with 2080 people. Sorry, Marcel. I have to say that here, we start with the planning poker thing, right? So we have to gather all the developers, put in a room and discuss about the tasks, and then once we get to the common sense, we send
I think that we spend 1 day per week only making the estimation.
Yeah, we have a lot of overhead, and they are developers. They don't want to estimate some things. They want to develop things. So we just give up with the idea. We still have the deadlines, but the deadlines came from our customer, and they we just go after them.
So we don't estimate anymore. The team doesn't estimate anything.
Right. They are not back to the room, right? It's just a look from the video. They are just running out. Right.
Well, again, some problems with our pairs. We have the move people around, MEPA, where they change the pairs, and we left the team choose the pairs, right? But what we observed is a scenario similar like this one. We make move people around one day, a specific day in
the end.
When
you do the MEPA,
everything.
Everybody wants to pair with the predilated. This is the real thing.
Yeah. But scenario is like this, because we usually the parts the people looks for the same chemistry, the same style, and we have a no mixed of the idea, and it's not so good to the
because
team.
the team crystallizing, they did involve because everybody tends to do the same thing with the same guys all the time.
So the first one we tried with a matrix, putting all the pairs in row and columns. But as we are growing a lot each month, the solution was not so good for us. So we developed a pseudo-genetic algorithm to suggest the best combination, trying to suggest a combination with a lot of different types of peoples, and it's working very, very well until today.
Yeah, they use information such as vacation, seniority, and the history. And
Are you saying that you get some kind of notification as you now move to this?
You have a predefined date to we printed the list, and we apply for the team, but it's up for the team. Okay. The final call to we just suggest new ways to combine the pairs.
Hey, you're now working with it.
Yeah, it would be something like this, because if we don't do this, they tend to do the pair with the same people always.
And they try new scenarios, and it is very well.
How frequently do you do that?
Once per week.
Once per week.
Once per week?
Yeah. Every Monday in the morning, first thing in the morning.
And did the team react acclimated okay to this?
Yeah. Because they start with this. This is our culture since the very beginning, so no problem.
After a long time, they prefer it.
We spend something about 15 minutes to change the combination.
I do it, but at first you get a lot of resistance, but then once they get into the rhythm, they like it.
Yeah, it's always like this. In the beginning, well, the next problem. So here we have, with the first quarter in 2009, with 32 developers, 16 pairs. Here's our task board. It's I don't know, the fourth version.
I think still the fourth version of our task board.
The red tape identified the project, and the blue one the type of the task, bugs, new features and stuff. The first two columns represent our backlog, right? Here's the development is
really working.
The place they are, remains the test they are working on, and here's the blocked test by external reason.
Look the size of this one. It's blocked test.
From this point on, we started the work, and the work is not finished until they get out of the task board. And like Marcelo says, there's a lot of blocked work here, and here's a column to review, right? So we had a very immature team. So before we accepted the code, and before we commit, allowed them to commit code, we review the code. So it's a bottleneck here.
Yes, and what we can see is an unbalanced in visual aspect. So we have a lot of tasks here, and only someone here.
It is. Well, so what we did was, now you know, if you want to solve some problem, first you have to understand the problem. You have to see the problem. So what we did was redesigning our task board to identify who was doing what and who was blocking something, right? So this is our new version. We label it the pairs. So there's some numbers. Here's the list that the algorithm generates. Each
of these spaces like a small task board.
Yeah, here's a layout. We have a map because there was too many pairs working, so it was hard for us to remember who, where the guys were. So here's the concept we created, the inbox thing. This is the current task they are coding, right? This is the block of the test by external reasons, and here is the finished tasks that are waiting for review, right? So now at least we can know who was doing what.
We still have a lot of tasks, but now we know
our first step to understand the problem, right? And then we realize this. At this point, we heard about Kanban. Yeah. And we started
Second quarter.
and we decided to get deep into the concepts, right? And we realized that we are pushing things into our value stream, right? So this is our developer. They panicked and couldn't do anything. And this is the guy pushing things into our value stream. So
What we are looking.
we understood this, right? But we still didn't know how to do to solve this problem. And we learned about this philosophy: stop, start, and then start, finish, right? And we decided that we want to do this, and we want to reach this state, right? Here's our developer, right? This is what we want to reach. But we didn't know how to do this, right?
Okay.
Well,
But our problem here, as we could see, is the review step, because only the coach was making the review.
was
of
allowed
code.
to review the tasks.
So after we observed the bottleneck was in the review step, we established the cross-pair review to help the team help the coach making the review. Okay, it's a small thing, but a small step, but I think that is the first time that we really work it in the bottleneck.
Yeah, it was our
Trying
first,
to finish the task.
was our first conscious act working on a bottleneck. So it was important. We could not solve the problem, but at least we tried.
Exactly.
Right? And here we are in the fourth quadrant with 36 people working. And the disguised pushing is an interesting thing, because at that point we really believed that we were applying the pull system, right? So you understand what we are talking about. Imagine that you are a developer and you are working on a task, right? And you got stuck in some domain rule, right? And you have to talk with the customer, and you do it, and he asks you to wait for a few days because he has to check some information, right? So you don't want to waiting without do anything. So and then you put your task in the blocked area because it's not under your control anymore, and you pull another task, or perhaps a refactoring task, and you start to working on it. And to simplify this example, imagine that everything went fine with that task, and you finish and you put it to review, right? Now we have 2 tasks started but not finished, right? And you have to pull another task, and you see that critical one here in the top, right? So you decide, you know that it's an important task, and your customer did not answer yet, and so you decide to pull this task, and now we have 3 tasks to start but not finish. And once again, everything went fine with the task. You finish it, you put the review, right? And here comes the snowball, because you have to decide between pull another task and re-engage in a blocked task. And what we observed was that most of developers have a very strong tendency to pull a lot of new task because it's easier, just this. They don't want to to work on a blocked task. So this is an important thing. So what we understood at this point was that if you are trying to use the pull system without limited work in progress here, we are actually going into a self-pushing situation because the developer pushed to himself, right? So we understood this, and then we have our first Kanban insight. I could say, you know, this guy, Conor McLeod, that can do only one. And so here we are in the fourth quarter 2011, and we have 42 people. So we understood this, and that can do only one thing. So we designed our task board, and we remember that we have the current task, the blocked task, and waiting for review task. Now we have a space for only one
Cart.
step. We still have the block of the task, but they are behind the step. So once you finish this task and put it to review, the block of the task is automatically assigned to you again, and you have to re-engage that task. Right?
I think that we have here the first limited whip, because we have a limit of the power of the glue.
The glue strength was our limited working product.
You can put only 10 or 15 tasks in a file.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
let me get back. One more.
Okay.
Sorry for that. And here we brought back the review column, because here is a handoff from the pairs to the coach, right, to review. So with this little thing, we change a lot of things. You will see in our CFD charts how big is this difference.
Exactly.
Right?
Because we working in the
for the first time.
Working in the blocker task.
Let's go there.
Our problem, I think that is the most common, is the synchronization between the task board and our issue tracking. Jira, we use Jira. And our solution, we developed it, virtual task board. We didn't find any good solution for our process, so we developed our task board, and still we can say that it's a task board because it's projected on the wall, and they can still interact with the cards directly in the task board. We tried some tests with remote and also with Kinect, but the final solution was using a special pen to
they interact in the Minority Report style. You can drag the cards over the value stream. Right.
As a good side effect, now the other branch of our company can follow what we are doing, because now they can project also in their wall.
But we're still pushing. Here we had 52 developers, and the problem was that we did not count as WIP the block of the tasks.
And why?
Because we thought that wasn't fair with the developers, because they didn't have any control over the...
Yes, we are blocking the task by external vision. So we thought that we cannot count as
we were
our
kind of naive on thinking on this. And once we were in a training with Alison back in Brazil, and finally we understood the real meaning of the limited working products, and so we did this, right? So we redesigned our task board, right? For you to have an idea, at this point we had 18 pairs working, and we had 69 tasks start but not finish.
69?
Right? 69. So there was a lot of tasks blocked in some point of our value stream. So once we understood the idea, what we did was to prevent the task number 70 to start.
We put a limit in 69.
Yeah. So every time the pairs try to pull a new task, we just made them stop, and we didn't allow this, and asked them to help the other guys to choose some other task, make them flow, finish them, and then he could pull another task.
Yeah, we don't put a red color here. We in this time, I think that we are more radical, because if he tried, the pair tried to get a new task, the task go back to the backlog.
So a few weeks later, we decreased our working progress to a half, and some weeks after, we reached our flow state, I can say.
Yeah, we decreased the limit 5 by 5, I think. And now?
Yeah, nowadays our limit is the numbers of pairs plus 2.
Plus 2.
So
we permit only 2 blocked tasks.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that in no time was necessary some interference of the gesture of the manager. The team really works as a team, because the pairs now helps other pairs to finish, only to maintain the limit about the control.
Right. Here we redesigned the handoff. You know, if you finish the task, you drag into to review. This is to review. This is reviewing. This is integrating. Right. So nowadays we have 4 codes. So our limit is 4 reviews per time. So sometimes if you finish a task and you don't have a slot to put it to review, the team was have to talk to the coaches and solve the situation. They are not allowed to start a new one. So this is it. And here we have a video to explain our metaphor.
The spice must flow.
Wasteland of the Empire, and the most valuable planet in the universe, because it is here, and only here, where spice is found. The spice. Without it, there is no commerce in the Empire. There is no civilization. Arrakis. Gene. Home of the spice. Greatest treasure in the universe. And he who controls it controls our destiny.
Right, so this is the metaphor. And here's another one.
Spice has great value to us. The spice must flow. That is the law.
We
need
I
think you get the idea, right? Let's see the numbers. This is our CFD, right? We have the data from our very beginning back in Maringá. Here's the green area is the finished tasks. The red one is the work in progress, and this little tiny blue line
is not
is our backlog.
line.
You know. So look at this. Here we start with the LKNA13 thing, and if we didn't do anything about this, we probably would be someplace like this, right? And as you can see, after we start with the LKNA13 thing, our work in progress was reduced dramatically.
We are talking about 500 of tasks. It's amazing.
And look at that. This is when we start with the spice must flow thing.
They really limited working.
So you can see another boom here, right? So it's a very interesting thing to say. Here is our flow state represented here in the red line, right? So you will see another numbers now. Here's our lead time.
Here is our lead time. As you can see, a lot of different values each month. We reach almost 50 days, and after we put the limited work, we go down, and now we have
nearby 5. It's important to say that our average effort is something about 5 days. So to have this guy nearby 5 is a good thing.
Yes, it's near from 0 of QE time.
Right.
And this is really interesting. Is time spent fixing bugs. Is how many percent we spent fixing bugs. We started with 40%. I don't know exactly why we have this decrease, but we have.
This is the market average in the beginning.
Yes.
This is the market average.
And here is when we established the limit control.
Here
Look,
was
this
the
one.
Deck and the 1-in-1. Here's the
Now
Deck
we
and the
have
1-in-1.
6.5 or 7% only of in spending in bug.
And
You can see here,
look at this. This is we try to do a correlation
it's the same timing. Look, this
sorry.
one,
That can be
there can be
1-in-1.
only one. The bug something, and here the spice must flow.
Can you see the curves?
The
They are
limitation.
inverted. So this is an amazing thing. We are not trying to prove anything, but it's at least interesting thing. I mean,
Maybe we can't prove that there are, but it cannot be only a coincidence.
Yeah,
Right.
There's something happening here.
Only people who have that same correlation.
So,
I've seen this in that kind of study someplace else in Denmark.
yeah, nice. And here are some numbers. We have more than 26,000 functional automated tests, right? And we develop more than 7,000 hours per month.
So
So,
it's a really big thing.
and we are pulling from the same Kanban. I think you have to remember this.
We'd like also to talk something about our recent experience with gamification, but unfortunately is a long subject.
Yeah, we can do an entire
We
presentation.
can, maybe in the next LKNA, we can talk only about gamification because we are
Yeah, we
doing
have
a lot of new numbers.
I believe we reached some major breakthroughs using the gamification also. So it's another level. So for next time maybe. Here we
And here-
prepare a video for you to see our team, right? So
Our team. Sorry, because it's in Portuguese because we have a lot. Look the flags. Red flags, the yellow flag. The most important time is the noon, CS at noon. We have some brochures weekly.
Eu prefiro ser.
A lot of internal conference.
Eu prefiro ser. Essa metamorfose ambulante. Ter aquela velha.
Of course, some sports. We are from Brazil.
Ter aquela velha opinião formada sobre tudo. Ter aquela velha.
And, of course, a lot of celebrations.
Quero ter aquela velha opinião formada sobre tudo, meu irmão.
exactly.
And
That's all, folks. Questions?
that's it.